Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naveen, and today's video is a little bit ambitious for me because I'm in the middle of a reading slump and I just chose 10 books that I want to read before the year ends. I haven't picked up a book in 2 weeks ish. Ever since I posted my last video reading The Shepherd King's Duet, I haven't picked up a book. So I don't know who I think I am choosing 10 books to read before the year ends when we have 5 weeks left. Yeah, I don't, honestly, it escapes me. It really does escape me. I really don't know who I think I am, but whatever. Also, another thing that I wanted to say is that this is kind of not me, as in I don't do TBRs because I'm a huge mood reader, and as soon as you tell me you have to read this book, that is exactly the book that I'm not gonna want to read. So I don't typically do TBRs. I just go into whatever book I feel like going into at that moment, and I usually go into my books blind. So I don't know how much explaining I'm gonna be able to do of these books, but I'm gonna try my hardest to give you some plot points at least. So the first book that I have is actually, when I told you guys at the beginning of the video that it's been 2 weeks since I picked up a book, that was a little bit of a lie because I picked up a book at the beginning of the week. I went to get the oil change in my car, and while I was there, I picked up a book. I took a book with me to read just in case I was there for more than an hour. So yeah, I decided to read a little bit of the book. I read 50 pages and then I put it down, came back home, never picked it up again. That was the beginning of the week. That was Monday. Now it's Thursday. So yeah, I don't count that as reading because it was 50 pages. The book that I'm talking about is Bride by Eilidh Hazelwood. I read exactly 52 pages. And I'm gonna try and describe this book as best as I can. Well, yeah, as best as I can because I've only read 50 pages. There's not much I can say. But we have this world in which there are humans, vampires, and werewolves. This is an arranged marriage between a werewolf and a vampire. He is the alpha of the werewolf pack, and she is the daughter of some important vampire. So they kind of both don't want this marriage, but at the same time, they have the reasons why they decided to go into the marriage. I think I know his reasoning, and I think it's a little bit obvious. And her reasoning, we don't actually know. Well, I think I kind of know. I want to think that I know. I'm not sure. That's what I'm going to sit on. I'm not sure. So, yeah. That's the book. An arranged marriage in between a werewolf and a vampire, and they're set to they sign a contract of some sort, and they have to live together for 1 year. And then after that year, they can dissolve the contract if they want to. I think that's right. I don't think I made that up. I think that's right. So that's the first book. The next book that we have is a classic, and that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Is it Frankenstein or Frankenstein? I'm not sure. Let me know down below. The thing is, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I want to watch the movie that just came out on Netflix so bad. It looks like a really interesting movie, but I want to read the book first. So, and it's actually quite a short book. It's 269 pages long, so it's not even a 300-page book. And this is the mother of Gothic stories. And I have been in my Gothic fantasy era ever since reading The Shepherd King's duet. I promise I will stop talking about that duet at some point. I'm just not over it yet. So, yeah, we have Frankenstein. I actually don't really know what the book is about. I just know it's like the mother of all gothic stories, and that the the creature the creature's name is not actually Frankenstein. Frankenstein is like the name of the mad scientist, if you want to call him that created him. So, yeah. Oh, at the back it says, written after a nightmare when its author was only 18. That's insane. Frankenstein gave birth to the modern science fiction novel. So it's sci-fi. Okay. I don't really do sci-fi. It's not like my preferred genre. I don't really read much sci-fi, if any at all, but I'm willing to try. Next, we have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I want to get into R.F. Kuang so bad, and I actually own 2 books of hers. I own this one and then Catabasis, but I thought that Yellowface was the easier way of getting into her rather than starting with, Babel or like Catabasis or The Poppy War, where, yeah. So I thought this was like the easiest introduction into her. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm gonna read the back, which I normally do not do. I hate reading the back of books because I feel like they can be so spoilery, but with the way my memory is, I'm not gonna remember anything anyway. So it says, when failed writer June Hayward witnesses her rival Athena Liu die in a freak accident, she sees her opportunity and takes it. What? So what if it means stealing Athena's final manuscript? So what if it means borrowing her identity? And so what if the first lie is only the beginning? Finally, June has the fame she always deserved, but someone is about to expose her. What happens next is entirely everyone else's fault. And it's Blurb by Stephen King, and it says hard to put down, harder to forget. This is nothing like I was imagining, because the only thing that I knew about this book was that the main character was she was so annoying, and she was supposed to be annoying. You were not supposed to like her or sympathize with her or anything like that. And now I get why. Because what do you mean you do all these and then it's everybody else's fault? What? What? Okay, now I'm so ready to get into this book. That was good. Okay, next we have If We Were Villains by Emil Rio, another book that I'm gonna stop saying I know nothing about these books, because for like 90% of the books I know nothing about. So, yeah. What I know about this book is that it's dark academia, and I think it's like a group of people, and okay, no, let's just read the back before I start saying things that are not actually true. It says, Oliver Marks has just served 10 years for a murder he may or may not have committed. On the day of his release, he is greeted by the detective who put him in prison, Detective Colburn. He is retiring, and he wants to know what really happened a decade before. As a young actor at an elite conservatory, Oliver noticed that his talented classmates seemed to play the same characters on stage and off, villain, hero, temptress, though he was always a supporting role. But when the teachers changed the casting, a good-natured rivalry turns ugly. Okay, and then one friend is found dead, and they frame him for it. Interesting. Then we have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is kind of in the same realm as If We Were Villains. This is also a dark academia book, and it's considered a modern classic. I don't know if I kind of want to know what this one's about. I feel like I want to go into it blind. But should I go into it blind? Oh my god, this is a long book. It's like 600 pages long. It doesn't look that big. So how on earth is it 600 pages long? What? Okay, it doesn't say much on the back, so I'm just gonna read it. Under the influence of their charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existences of their contemporaries. But when they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, their lives are changed profoundly and forever. Okay, that didn't say much at all. I had no idea what the book was about before reading the back, and I still have no idea what the book is about. Fun. Then the next book we have is a thriller, and it's The God of the Woods. This thriller has been everywhere during the summer. Everyone and their mother were reading this book, and it says, when 13-year-old daughter Barbara goes missing at summer camp, all eyes fall on the Van Laar family. They're called rich people, they own the camp, and it has happened to them before. 14 years ago, their little boy Bear vanished without a trace. 2 children lost to the same wilderness. This is Given Verity by Colleen Hoover. I know that's a crazy statement to make, but that's what came to my mind when I read the back. It's Given Verity by Colleen Hoover. Like, what? What do you mean? Both of their children went missing in the same place 14 years apart. Like, what? And it's also dual POV as well, I'm seeing. Okay. Now I'm interested. Oh, it's more than dual POV. It has multiple POVs. Okay. Now I'm really interested in going into it. See, this is like a good thing to do because I'm learning about these books, and not only I'm learning, it's making me interested to go. I'm sorry. Is making me interested to go into the books. Let's continue. The next book that we have is a chunker of a book. It's so heavy. So I'm not gonna say much about it because I don't really want to know more than I know. And this is basically a romance between a serial killer and an FBI agent. She is the serial killer he's looking for. So she is killing all these people. But she thinks they deserve it. I don't know if they do or not because I haven't read it yet. But she thinks they deserve it. And he's the FBI agent that is on the case, like that's working the case. And they are together. I don't know if they get together like when the hunt starts or if they were already together, but I do know that she knows he is the FBI agent. He just doesn't know she is the serial killer that he's looking for. So yeah, that's interesting. That's like a really interesting plot line. And this is actually a bind up of like 5 books. Did I say the name? This is the Mindfuck series. I'm sorry. By S.T. Abbey. So, yeah, this is very interesting. The premise, super interesting. I'm really excited to go into the book and see if I like it or not. Next, we have Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Yes, by Rebecca Ross. And it says, when two rival journalists find love through a magical connection, their fate depends on their facing the depths of hell together. Okay. After centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again. Expelled into the middle of a mystical war of magical typewriters in tow, can Iris Window and Roman Keats' unlikely bond withstand the fight for the fate of mankind and, most importantly, love? That literally told me virtually nothing about what this book is about. But then again, I'm not mad because that's what I like. So, the only thing that I knew about this book before and after reading the synopsis of the back is the thing about the magic typewriters. That's the only thing that I know. I don't know how they work, but I know they were magical typewriters in this world. But it's a cute cover, isn't it? I don't know if that was on focus or not, but the cover is cute and it says no god, no war, no one can come between them. #1 Sunday Times bestselling author. Okay. This is also a book that everyone and their mother was reading a while back, and I'm just late to the party. Better late than never, right? Okay, we only have 2 more books. The next one is... Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. I have not read any V. Schwab before. This is going to be my first book. Actually, I don't know if I want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue before getting into this one or not. But I decided to put this one in here because, as I've said before, I'm not a Christmas girly. I don't really enjoy Christmas. Christmas is not like... whatever. I'm just not a Christmas girly. So... I'm extending like fall/Halloween books until basically spring, and this is about vampires. So yeah, and most importantly, this is about lesbian toxic vampires. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I don't want to know anything more about this book. Just toxic lesbian vampires. Okay, and then the last book in this little stack is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick. This book, I also have no idea what it's about, and I don't want to know. It has like a really long synopsis in the back. I just don't want to get into it because I went into the Shepherd King's duet blind, and I really want to go into this one blind as well. Oh, this is blurred by Rebecca Ross, and it says, prepare to meet your next obsession. If this is anything like, if this is anything like the Shepherd King's duet, I'm gonna love it. And we don't have a nightmare in here, but we have like a talking gargoyle. And that's basically all I know about the book. And I'm ready to like dive headfirst into it. I don't need much more than that. I'm like a simple girl, okay? I don't need much more than that. A talking gargoyle? I'm guessing this is about a knight and a princess, judging by the cover. I have no idea. I'm so confused, but I don't want to have any idea anyway. So, this is my little... You can't even see it. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. That's my little book stack of the books that I want to read before the year ends, which is very ambitious, seeming as most of them are more than 400 pages long. I don't know why I did this to myself. Is The Night and the Moth? The Night and the Moth is gonna be around 400 pages, right? Barely. Not even. Okay. But like, most of them are more than 400 pages. I don't know why I decided to pick such long books, but that's just what I was in the mood for, I guess. We have some short ones in here. Frankenstein's really short. Bride is short. Yellowface is short. Divine Rivals is short. And The Night and the Moth is short. So maybe I'm just being dramatic and like 50% of the books are short and like the other 50 are long. So that was my TBR for the rest of the year. I hope I stick to it. I'll let you guys know. Like, I'll be filming reading vlogs. So if you see me reading books that are not in here, just mind your business. I'm kidding. Okay? Because I told you guys that I don't do TBRs. Okay? I'm sorry. This is so out of like my comfort zone, but I think I can do it. I'm just gonna put them all in my TBR card in like the top shelf. They're gonna live there and we'll see if I get to them or not. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you on my next one.